got to have boundaries, even also on social media, Shy, because parents knowing your Facebook, your Instagram.
How do you navigate that now?
It's an absolute no
Now
in my book.
this is a real interesting
Nope.
topic here too, because as a teacher, like, how do you navigate that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you navigate the social media part?
I'm real strict about that because I've seen firsthand what it does on the bad side to teachers with students. Like, is not a good thing. I'm speaking of this is my first year at
Hmm.
my the first school I was telling you about. There was a fifth grade teacher, and she just thought that the students loved her or whatever, and they found her Instagram. They went crazy. They made memes out of her pictures. They were inboxing her, leaving comments, just posting all her stuff
Jeez.
everywhere. Like, she got in big trouble for that.
Yeah, yeah.
She did, you know what I mean? Because the kids did too. But I mean, it was out of control. So I said, "Oh no, you will
None of that.
never ever know my stage name. You will never." You know what I mean? So they're like, "I'm gonna find you, Miss," and I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna find? Okay, look all
Right.
you want,
And the
but
thing
you're
is
not
that
gonna
even
find
if
me
they
under
decide to
that
go,
name."
you
You
can't
know
stop
what I
what people
mean?
go to look for, but at
So
least you not, because that teacher let them know.
yeah,
That's the difference. Like the teacher, like you can never
yeah,
control someone searching you if someone going to go and search you all day, but
yep,
you have a boundary.
right, yes. But you have to, and even people being nice and just saying, "Oh, accepting parents as your Facebook friend and
Yeah.
all this stuff," that's still your personal life outside of
Yeah.
school, and they don't you're still that teacher. So anything you're
That is
posting, they're going to attach it, like, to
that's
you,
gotta be
like,
hard,
this teacher
yo.
is doing
That's gotta be
this, and
hard.
and but you have to figure out a way, because it doesn't end well. Like, even last school year, there was a teacher, a young teacher, pretty girl. She started to let these parents be her friend on Facebook, Instagram. The kids, all the students found her. She was teaching fourth grade. These kids are older. She told, well, certain people, but I was one that she told. The fathers
I knew
were
that's where it was
inboxing
going.
her.
Let me say
Yes, saying
let me
things
say
that they didn't
this.
need to say to
Let me
her.
say this though. Now, I gotta tell you, listen, y'all teachers look a lot different than when I was a kid. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Like the teachers are better looking
That is
now. I
true.
mean, back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, you might caught a nice looking teacher here or there. It was like a rare thing when
Here
the
and
teacher
there.
looked good. I
That
mean,
is true, because I don't really remember
teachers and
anybody
librarians were all
looking.
in the same
Yeah,
category back in the day. Well, none of them attractive.
not librarian.
At best, it might be somebody who, nah, I mean, at best, it
No,
might be somebody who's semi attractive, but most of them was not something you thought about like that. And the dad wasn't trying to hit on nobody.
right. That's
Now the
true.
teachers is lip
That's
gloss
true.
popping, skin clear, good, great looking hair, looking fly. You
Oh
know what I'm
yes,
saying? Body, all kind of bodies.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So look, I ain't
Yes.
saying
Oh
I'm looking,
yes.
but I am
Oh
human,
yes.
so I do notice. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So but that being said, it's funny too
Right.
because I had done a reaction video
Mm-hmm.
to a New Jersey teacher. There was a New Jersey teacher who she was on Tamron Hall show a couple years ago,
Okay.
and she had a really round, curvaceous
Mm-hmm.
butt. She looked like she had a butt job or whatever, but I don't know. It's just really
Mm-hmm.
curvaceous butt, and she had on these really
Yeah.
tight pants in school. You know what I'm saying? And whatever the case was, either she took a picture or someone else took a picture and it was on her Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the mom started, going in on that, going in on her or whatever. And she was on Tamron Hall show, talking about, well,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like, I wanted to show body positivity and I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And gee, I'm not talking about, it's not so much that she has a big round butt, but the
Mm.
jeans were super duper tight.
Yeah.
I'm talking about tight, tight. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the kid she's
Form like
teaching are
form fitting
probably,
clothes.
around that
Yeah.
age, fourth, fifth grade, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case is. But you gotta you gotta, like, to your point, you gotta have some common sense about you.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. And you just made a point about the clothes. Now, in the school, yes, we're very relaxed, because we are moving around a lot and things like that. But you still, like you say, you still have to have some sense. I've seen teachers come to school with summer rompers. Those are like the little shorts and the little tank like attached, and that's it. No cover up, no nothing. But why are you even wearing rompers as a teacher? Like,
That's
no,
crazy.
don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like,
There's
you
definitely a
have to be
different
aware of
vibe
what you got
now.
on.
There's definitely a
Like, I'm
different vibe
sorry,
with the
we can be
teachers. I mean,
relaxed, but
look, now look, as a man, as once a young boy, I would have loved this back when I was a kid. No question. I would have I would have thought it was awesome. But I know, in all
yes.
fair, no, all jokes aside, like, it is real because, just to your point,
Mm-hmm.
like, kids will go look
Mm-hmm.
for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start talking about kids that are
They
pre-adolescents,
will.
10 years old. I mean, if I had a teacher who looked like some of these teachers now, and I had the
Yes.
internet back in the day when I was in fifth and sixth grade, man,
Mm-hmm.
we'd have been, you know what I'm saying? It's almost the equivalent of, like, as little boys, back in the day, we
Yep.
used to try to, sneak and try to find the Playboy magazines, or try to find pornography, somebody's dad's
Yeah.
pornography. That's what little boys do. So
Right.
you got to imagine that, boy, if you dress like that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a boy is going to get on the internet and see, okay, let me see if I can find this teacher, find her gram, and see what she really looks like outside of
Oh my
school.
god. They do. Because they definitely found the one I was talking about where the fathers were inboxing her. They found her Instagram, and the mothers did start to complain. They were like, this is but they were complaining about her personal life and her personal
Right.
pictures with her friends on her Instagram. They were
Yeah.
like, oh, she's wearing these little bikinis and all that. She's
Yeah.
at the beach with her friends. She's like
Right.
20 something. You know what I mean? Living her life. You should not
Yeah.
judge her on her out what she does on the
Yeah.
outside. It's not, I mean, that's her life. But again, like, you as a teacher also, you can't be giving your students your Instagram page. And
Yeah.
if you do that, that is totally on you.
Right.
Unfortunately, yes, that teacher did do that. She gave her class her Instagram page. Why, honey?
She
Why?
probably didn't know
I
any
mean, she
better.
was a first year teacher, so you got to learn. But I said, and she told I didn't step
Yeah.
into it because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you
Yeah.
just have to learn. You
You
really have
gotta
to
you
learn
gotta
on your
just get
own.
your
Like,
lumps
don't
and
do
learn
that.
from them.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're teaching children, it's a very social job. It's
Yes.
not like when you go work at a bank, or you go work
Mm-hmm.
here, or you go work there with adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell adults something and they come check you out,
Right.
then that's just between y'all. And adults, if they have any sense
Mm-hmm.
about them, they know how to, even if they're going to check you out
Right.
personally, you know, they're not going to bring it back to work
Mm-hmm.
and talk about it because they're adults. But kids are like, they're going to
That
do
part.
exactly the opposite
Exactly.
and share.
Exactly. That is what they're gonna do, and it
Hmm.
goes to their parents and everything. Like, even with me, like, I love sharing experiences with
Yes.
the kids. Like, when it comes to the music business and all the cool things I do and stuff like or have done, and they're just like, "What? Like, can we hear your music and stuff like that?" Or, "Oh my gosh, are you on this platform and that platform?" I'm like, "Yeah." And what's the name of it? Not never telling you. You know what I mean? And then actually, one parent, she's cool, but she came up to me and she was like, "Oh, the kids told me you were on a TV show or something." I was like, "Oh yeah," and she's like, "Well, what is this? I can look it up." I was like, "Well, I kind of keep my stuff personal, so I'm sorry,
That's what you told her.
love you, but I can't tell you." I had to be straight up with. Yeah, I told her. I said I don't give out my my personal, like, stage name or personal info
That's
to
smart
anybody,
though.
and she had to
That I
respect
think
it.
that's smart, because I think a lot of, we're
So
humans. We love to share. We love attention. You know what I'm saying? As human
mhm,
beings, and
yeah,
to make that
yeah,
decision
hmm
to be like, no, even though you're an adult, I still ain't giving it to you. That's smart.